inside the Cardinal Dome. Alex Heath here with Kent Guthrie, our coverage of Region 1 basketball. And we get to finally make up one of our other missed games earlier in the year. This was one of the early games we had reset with the Mayfield and Graves boys games getting rescheduled due to COVID earlier in the year. So I'm glad to get a chance to make this one up on a late February.
Yeah, was this the first one canceled?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember. It's been a few weeks. I think it was our actual first game that got canceled.
Okay. Well, I was trying to figure out, I guess, did Graves lock up the season #1 seed?
The way the tiebreaker works, yeah.
Okay. That's what I remember. It happened in baseball. I told you the same thing.
Right.
So,
it's an interesting tiebreaker that I don't necessarily agree with the way it's set up, but the way it is, that's the way it works. Originally, the game at Graves was scheduled as the second game on the original schedule, and Graves won that game. And because both teams have beaten Ballard, then this is the only other game that's on the schedule. Win or lose, Graves County has the #1 seed in the district, and most importantly, the bye to the district championship game, a.k.a. an automatic trip to the regional tournament.
And Mayfield has the 2 seed.
Right.
And you know, I don't know what's better. I don't know if it's better to not play and be in that championship game other than a guarantee to the regional tournament, or play a game before you get into the championship so you got some momentum going.
I definitely see the arguments either direction. There's no question about it to me. Because if you're playing that extra game, you kind of can help maybe not stay rusty, but it is an extra game. You risk somebody getting hurt. So I mean, like there's definitely pros and cons about it either way. Stone a 3 to open
Big
it,
man.
and he knocks it down. And we talked about how much better he has played in the last few weeks, and he has earned himself a spot in the starting lineup. And Coach Croft runs a play that gets him involved early and knocks it down to start the opening possession. And Grace is going to get a 10-second call. And Isaiah looking back at the referee is like, that seemed like that was a really quick 10-second call.
Well, I think Isaiah thought he might have got an over and back call there where the ball never actually crossed the line, just his foot.
Mayfield leads it 3-0 here early on. Richards with the drive, pull up 10-footer, too strong. Rebound is chased down by Mason Grant in the quarter. Oliver looking to push. So Grace County will start with Isaiah Thompson, Oliver, Grant, and Brown.
Looks like Mayfield's just playing a straight up man-to-man. They wasn't able to get out and cover Grace County shooters in that box and one the first time they played.
Right. Because why Drew Thompson is definitely the most deadly of the Grace County shooters. They've got a handful of them you have to respect at the three-point line.
Oh, he could put 5 on the floor that could knock down a 3 at any moment.
Thompson tried to knock it loose. It's on the floor and blocked from behind by John Brown. Caleb Oliver wide open in the corner. I don't know if Thompson didn't see him or he looked over to the coach to get a play call. Thompson, strong drive, shot too strong, but Mason Grant follows it right up and in for the bucket.
You know, if they're going to let them play this way, it's going to be a fun game.
Yes, it is. It's one of these things that, as long as the officiating is consistent, the level of content they're going both ways, the coaches and players should be able to adapt. It may take a little bit to kind of figure that out, kind of feel that out, but it's always more exciting to let the kids play more than to call everything they see. Richards will take the corner 3, and he knocks it down. The team not known as the shooting team has got a pair of threes to open it. They lead 6-4.
If they let this game get physical and Mayfield can keep their head, physicality favors Mayfield with the size advantage.
I agree. Brown with the bucket, nice look. We'll see if Mayfield continues to try to extend that pressure. Grace County's got good ball handlers to try to deal with it. I think they're going to get John Brown for a reach-in on the pass attempts. No, they're going to get Drew Thompson for the reach-in.
You know, the first time that they played, Mayfield had been out for 3 weeks with quarantine and then the ice. I think they'd only gotten to practice a couple times. Roles kind of changed tonight. Mayfield's been playing. Graves hasn't played since Sunday afternoon, so they've been out for almost a week at this point.
Kennemore, a deep three, almost banked it, too strong. Isaiah has the corner three, too hard.
Little hug from the referee there.
both Kennemore and Isaiah crashed into the official on the far side. He just kind of caught Colby Kennemore, just like, all right, I got you. It's all right. It's okay. That foul called on Isaiah, his first, team second for Graves County. Kennemore tried to wrap it around to Stone. Kind of pump fakes and puts it up and in.
That's 5 for Stone. Man, I'm so into the game, I haven't even been keeping the book.
It'd be hard to keep our stats at halftime if we don't know. Nice pass from Brown to Grant on the cut. Graves County coming in at 12-4, 9-3 in region play. They lost to McCracken County twice and lost to Tillman as far as in the region. Mayfield at 8-5. All of their games coming in region play. I think their only game they had that wasn't a region game got canceled due to COVID. Graves County is going to have to do a good job of boxing out everybody, as Mayfield is one of the better offensive rebounding teams in the region with their size and athleticism.
Do you remember who the other foul for Graves County was on? I've got Thompson with the reach in.
Isaiah had the other one. That was the one where the official caught him.
That's right.
Brooks lost it, able to get it over to Kennemore. He's got a good look at a three, and he knocks it down. So Mayfield's got 4 field goals. 3 of them are threes. Oliver's pass a little behind Brown, able to trail it in. Step back 3 for Thompson, no good.
You know, Mayfield's press is causing a little havoc up top, but they're getting beat back down the floor.
If Oliver's pass a little bit more on target, Brown would have had a third layup. Flint's going to check in, as will Lucas Piggs. First foul on Caleb Oliver. 3rd for Graves County. None on Mayfield thus far. He knocks it off of, they say it was just, he's the last one to touch it. I thought it might have gotten Kennemore's leg on the way out, and Lucas Pigg thought so too. Richards inbound under their own basket. Flint knocks it free, but goes right to Dabney. Brooks is going to try a three. In and out. Race Richards right there to follow it back up and in.
He might have played a quarter in the first meeting.
Flint, nice look to John Brown, who lays it up and in. Graves County has really moved the ball well once they've gotten past that initial pressure. They got 6 points on layups. Dabney kick across to Kennemore. That's a heck of a pass, but no good. But again, long rebound out to Brooks. And a tie-up. Nice hands by Lucas Pigg to force the tie-up and give Graves County the possession.
Graves County's had only attempted 2 threes?
Yeah, just 2. Isaiah and Thompson have both missed threes.
Well, you and I talked about times we've watched Graves County that they didn't look for John Brown. It seems like that may be the game plan tonight, as he's sitting with 6 of their 10 points.
They're going to get, looks like Brooks for a trip. It'll be baseline out of bounds for Graves County. His first, Mayfield's first. Good look for a Thompson three, and he knocks it down. The first three he took was a tough step back he couldn't make. I like his chances to make it any looks he gets like that.
Yeah, you don't want to leave him open. At least have a hand in his face. He's too good a shooter to be out there wide open.
Dabney with a strong drive, but he couldn't get stopped. He tried to pull up, called for the travel. But Dabney's got the tough defensive assignment. He's been the one covering Thompson. I think he's done a pretty good job so far.
Well, hey, look, if you can just stay with him, keep him at about, if you cut him 8 points, look where he was at in the last game.
Right.
You know, or if you can just keep him around 20 and slow Grant down.
Right.
Look where you're at in the last game.
Right.
So I like the game plan they're going at defensively right now.
Thompson tried to go to Brown there, and it was deflected and taken away.
Dabney's quick enough to keep a hand around him.
Kenmore covered by Pig in the corner. They're going to get a foul on Lucas Pig. His first, team's fourth. Isaiah set to check back in. They tried to lob it to Stone. It was too high, too hard. He couldn't reel it in. Coach Frick's going to give Drew Thompson an extra 44 seconds of breathing time as Isaiah comes in for him. Big pull-up jumper, too strong. Tied at 13 with 20 seconds to go. On the block to Richards, no good. Flint has the rebound. Grace County's got 5 seconds to get a shot up. They found John Brown. He's going to be fouled by Kenmore. And again, that's just John Brown running up the floor. It's where all his points have come so far in transition. Foul is on Kenmore, his first, team second. Brown to the free throw line where he has struggled on the season, but knocks down the first one. 53%, I would call that struggling. It gets both of those to go. Coach Frick's going to get a couple of his starters out to make sure they don't pick up a cheap foul with 3 seconds on the clock, I think more than anything. Good look for Dabney off the back of the rim. Showed his speed to cover that much ground in 3 seconds with tight pressure. Great first quarter, back and forth we win. Graves County leads by 2 after one, 15-13. Right back after this, you're watching Region 1 basketball here on WK&T Sports.